Overhead door. This is an old 556. I'm starting to take the screws off. Let's plug it back in. So this is normal blinking. I think that's going to be 7 blinks. That's telling you that's the force downward. Force is adjusted here. I don't know why this one's at 7, my other one's at 3. But anyway, that's showing sort of it's working. This will tell it to open the door. As you see, nothing's happening. No light. No light is on. Door's not doing anything. That's pushing the button. Alright, so I'm going to take this apart. Holding my screws in place. I got almost all the screws out. I'm suspecting maybe the circuit board is bad. I tried doing the switches. You hear that switch? That's the key switch. I tried, the other side has one too. I tried turning both on. Supposedly with both enabled, it's supposed to blink 15 times. Saying that there's a fault, because that makes it think that it's opened all the way and it's closed all the way. But it didn't do it. It didn't care that I triggered both of those switches. So that might be an issue. I don't know. But I'm going to open this up and check the circuit board. And I will post the manual. You know something is old when it's got this style chip in it. I'm not seeing anything. I was hoping to see a bad capacitor. But I don't see that. I wonder if there's a thermal cutoff. I don't know if there's a thermal cutoff. Where's the AC come in? The wires in the back there. I think that might be the thermal. I'll have to follow the power to the light. That's an upper switch. This is the light. The light. Alright, so that does come over to there. Oh, that black one. What's it say? D23. I don't know if there's any fuses in this. Do you think there would be a thermal fuse? Alright, so I'm going to look this over. That black one looks kind of suspicious. Well, with the board off, it looks like there is some burning there coming from up here. But I don't see anything burn, I don't smell anything burn, and I do notice this is loose as hell, but so I took the board off expecting to see some burning on the back, but guys are. That trace isn't broke that I can see. Don't believe that trace is broke. But the door was not responding at all. Come on. Oh yeah, I took that board off. I don't even know how that board works. It's weird because it's just on those 3 screws. That screw, that screw, that screw. It doesn't seem to be attached anyway. So that's weird. That's your receiver board. But the door wasn't moving at all. Wasn't doing anything at all. So I went in and, as you see, this is that round black thing. That's a sensor down there. That's sensing the stuff. So I went in here and I moved this. And that makes the chain move. So I got nothing to move. And now when I plug it in, it does its 5 beeps where it's claiming, oh shit, which was, okay. Where it claims the switch or the light switch may be shorted or circuit board bad. So I disconnected both of those and I still get the same thing. It seems to try to move, but it can't, as if it's jammed, but it's not jammed because I'm moving it with my fingers right now. At least I don't think it's jammed. I'm gonna take off this top thing and look in there and see if there's anything up with the gears or anything. That sucks. I can't find this circuit board on eBay. I might swap it with that one circuit board and see what happens. Then I'll know if this circuit board is bad or not. But I don't know what that gains me because I can't find the circuit board on eBay. I mean it looks like a burn. It looks like burn, like that black stuff, and then that capacitor. I mean, sorry, that resistor looks burned. And then it looks like you got burn over to the left of that. And that capacitor, the blue one. And these wires that were attached to this connector here had black burn on them, like they had burned. But I don't physically see anything burned here except maybe that resistor. I'm going to check the resistance of that resistor. It kind of looks like it's burned. I go by the chart. Oh, I just scratched off the paint. Black, I forget my Roy G. Biv or whatever on what resistances should be. See, it looks like we got burn right there. But I don't smell anything. I kind of think that resistor is burned. I suppose if it's burned. Oh yeah, that's all cracked, isn't it? I think that resistor is burnt. I mean, if that's burnt out, then it probably will be shorting something. All right. All right, so I reinforced that back. I did a jumper over to here, scratched this trace so it traces over to there. This trace is a little ripped right there, so it branches over to this bump, so I just jumped over to here. No reason to jump to there. So let's see what happens. That resistor came up at 370 ohms, which I don't know my color chart. One of the bands is ripped off. Being that's a huge capacitor, resistor. I think that's a quarter watt. That's a big one. Which means it usually carries a lot of power. And a lot of power means it's usually a low ohms. So it's possible 370 is correct. That middle band is burned off, so I can't see it. The bottom black usually is your 10s. So I don't know my colors. What the hell is that? So it is possible red is 3 and that middle one might be a purple. So 70. And that one that's burned might be a black one. I don't know. That top red one I think is your variance. And the resistor did get hot. I'm pretty sure that's what burned. I don't know why it's got black down on that resistor. I don't know. And then that blue capacitor, so there's black on that too. And it got hot enough, maybe it burned the dust. Well, I'm going to hook this up and see what happens. Maybe swap boards with the other side, which will probably burn this board out, because that's, you know, things burn out for a reason. I don't see anything. I don't see any fuses. I didn't see a thermal fuse, thermal cutout. Let me see down there. Why is that black to the left and right of it? I guess it goes by which way. Yeah, that'd be upper, so... I don't know why that's black. Is there another burned area? Let's see what's on the other side of the board there. Don't see anything there. That does. That looks like that got hot right there. See, that's your flux. That shows something got hot on the board right there, but not hot enough to melt, but hot enough to make that the leftover flux or whatever the fuck that is. Something got hot there. That's all you need to know. At that pin. I could look up that chip. That's an LM29001. That would be the part number of that chip to see what that pin is. This transistor. $93.29. Well. Alright, so I'm going to put this back in and see what happens. I doubt nothing. Something else in this board is burned. Maybe that. Maybe that. All the faces off of these transistors. Let's see if there's a face on this one. This one up front here. Oh, there is. That's what I was looking for on these other ones. Anyhow, let's see what happens. I kind of think the motor is bad. Kind of think that. See, my stopper is right there, not at the switch area. So right now, I think it thinks the door is moving. going to sit like this a bit. It's waiting for the door to finally finish, I think. I can hear the motor humming. I thought it was the light at first because it's an LED light and they like to hum. I distinctly think that's the motor humming. If I got a big enough hammer and hit that motor. I tried to test voltages. See, that doesn't make sense that I can move that. But I guess the motor can burn out in different ways. It could be, I guess it could be the capacitor. But I tried to check voltage and I don't think there's current coming to these red and blues. Except when you see it go dink, dink. When it goes to turn, I see a voltage suddenly pop up on either one of these. So maybe it is the board that's bad. But that motor is definitely humming, which would mean there's voltage coming to it. Yeah, there's still humming going on with the, yeah. Don't think it's this coil. Don't think that coil's what's humming. I mean, the motor is ice cold. Hell, my ear says the humming is coming from over here. I can see that the whole thing just turned off. So now let's hit the switch. And nothing happens. Tell it to open the door, nothing's happening. So that's still on at 7. 6, 7. So let's drop the force down to 3. And let's reset this. Unplug it again. Wonder how it remembers that force. Hitting the switch. Nothing's happening. Alright, I'm gonna unplug it again and move. I think blink it at 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I'm gonna move this. I mean, this is not hard to turn. And plug it back in. again. Alright. That was me hitting the door opener, trying to turn, but nothing happened. I mean, that's definitely not jammed. So, does it think it's opening the door right now? I should be able to hit it the other way. Other switch. And let's see, hit it again. Nothing seems to happen. Alright, I'm going to stop filming this. And this resistor does get hot. Well, it's warm, but it's a little hot. You see my finger's hot. Well, at least you got a picture of the relays. Oh well. Well, I tried to do a lookup of this motor and I couldn't find it. There's got to be other versions of it. It's A.O. Smith, and there's the part number, F42, A89, A19, RPM 1500. And there's your diagram, wiring. I guess red, blue is back forward. So I don't know what that just did. It just tried to move the motor again. Let's hit the switch again. Alright, so it tried to do something. I think it's, I don't know. Really don't know. Oh well. Maybe I try to cross-reference that motor.